yo. We feature all local, independent, underground artists. When I say local, I just mean local. Like the ones that live next door to you that you ain't heard yet. Feel me? Yeah, the slept on motherfuckers, the overlooked ass dudes, the underrated, the ones that's finna be legends, son. You know? Without too much more fucking talking, it's a wrap, yo. What is good, family? We are back. Last one for the night. And yo, what a way to end the night, right? This is Young Verse. This is another request from David. Man, I'm going to sub up right now. Turn that bell on. Grab that like. Just another request. Wow. What'd I do? Oh, hey. Dedicating this to all my people out there who grew up in the 90s. This is called Back in the Day. 90s Kids theme song. Now, when 1990 hit, well, in December of 1990, I was 9 years old. I was 9. So, I pretty much grew up in the 90s. Man, he got the 64 with 007 on that jam. What? Yo, man, 007 was the shit, bro. But he got a PS4 sitting right next to it. Look, PS4 right next to that motherfucker, bro. But the Nintendo 64 the one on, bro. And look, he even playing it. Look, it's on the screen. You kidding me, bro? Alright, man, 90s Kids theme song. We here for that shit, bro. Yo, make sure you after the video you look for the homies links in the description. If you're feeling it, you know what to do. Go like, comment, subscribe. Let them know you saw the video. Let them know I sent you. You know how we do. And if you're not subbed to this channel yet, do me that solid, slide the screen up a little bit. Tap on that sub button. Piece up that notification bell. Get that thing to ringing so you can be notified when we dropping these things. You ready, fam? This is a 90s Kids theme song, man. I'm ready for this, Jimmy.
This one right here. This for all my 90s kids. Let's go. Now let me take you back in time, back to some better days. I remember being a kid like it was yesterday. You didn't have to go around acting all hard. You got respect from the way you handle Pokemon cards. Couldn't wait to get home, straight to the TV.
Man, I don't know, cause that shit didn't come out until I was already raising kids and shit. So by 97, 98 and shit, my kid, my stepkids, they was playing Pokemon and all that shit, but you know, I left the crib when I was 15. So by 96, I left the crib, and you know, I got with an older lady that had kids, you know, and I was with her for a long ass time. I was with her for an entire decade and then some. So yeah, when I say my stepkids, that's why, you know, I raised them and shit. But we had that Nintendo 64, man. We watched the motherfucking Nickelodeon cartoons, and when we didn't have cable, we watched the motherfucking Saturday morning jammies. You know what I'm saying? On motherfucking WB. You know, what was it called, man? I forget what it was called. The Saturday morning cartoons, but Recess, motherfucking. Beast Wars, all the spin-offs from Transformers, all that shit, man. And we had a 64, we had a PS2, you know what I'm saying? No, a PS1, my bad, a PS1.
B wouldn't miss an episode of my Dragon Ball Z. Back when Rocco was living his modern days, and when Keenan and Kel ruled the Nickelodeon ways. After watching Ren and Stimpy,
that's all late 90s, but Ren and Stimpy, that shit, I was young when that shit came out, but the other shit just talk about the late 90s shit.
Then crazy as hell, I'd hop on my computer and cruise the Oregon Trail. I hate getting older, everybody's past.
He said I'd hop on my computer and hit the Oregon Trail. Man, the fam didn't have computers back then, man. Computers, dude, how much a computer costs right now? It was 3 times as much for a computer in the 90s, bro. 3 fucking times as much, man. And then it's fucking so in school, I remember the Oregon Trail before it was animated, literally on the old Macintosh computers. We still had Oregon Trail, but it was just on a screen with green text, You know, I had like a little, you know, pixelated little pictures of like the wagon moving down the trail and shit, but it was all that green and black screen, and like you like had to pick choices if you wanted to hunt, you know. Oh, the wagon might have broke a wheel or some shit, you know, you had to stop and fix the wagon wheel. But if you didn't pick the right people and your right occupation, like you might not have been able to fix your wagon and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was always a hunter, so I could always bag big buffalo and shit, you know what I'm saying, and feed everybody. But man, that was such a cool fucking game. But I remember when it changed over into the 2D, you know, animated thing and shit, man. You know how many times I done got to the Oregon Trail and got my wagon sailing down the motherfucking river and shit? Come on, man. I love that game, bro.
In a way, I would give anything if I could go back in the day. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
You seen them Nike Airs, bro? You seen them old school Nike Airs, bro? I had sweaters with that type of air symbol. I had the shoes. Like, yo, come on, bro. What?
But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. Those are some comfy ass motherfucking shoes right there, bro.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Catch me on the floor stacking up my Legos. And will someone tell me where the hell is Carmen Sandiego? If I wasn't stacking Legos, I was linking logs. Or I was battling my homies with all of my best pogs.
If I wasn't stacking Legos, I was linking logs. Linking logs was a dope ass little set of, like, you could build log cabins and shit, you know. Me and my younger brother, we used to build like little cities and shit and put all our army men and all our little cars in there and shit, and then have wars and shit. And we'd also like use our dominoes and shit to build onto the cities and shit. We'd have like little wars or wreck each other's cities and shit. Come on, man, we didn't have no cell phones and none of that when we was real young. Shit. But a lot of that shit he's talking about, like Lincoln logs and shit. And he said, oh, or I was battling my best friends with my best set of pogs. It was like, fucking, I don't even remember how pogs worked, man. I used to have some pretty cool pogs. I forget how you do it, man. Like, I forget how that game is played.
Asking me, you went and copped the Furby yet? Nah, homie, I've upgraded to the Gigapet. Stop by the
Gigapets, bro. The Tamagotchis. What, man? Like, yo, this dude is wilding right now, man. It's taking me back, bro.
Candy store to pick up some nerds, and for something to drink, homie, we gon' sip on some Surge.
Surge, bro, Surge. What? We used to cop Surge. They used to like Surge like for kids. Like when we went to the baseball stadium in my city. Where the Sky Chiefs, well, Syracuse Chiefs, but they became the Sky Chiefs, and they went back to the Syracuse Chiefs. We used to go to MacArthur Stadium, changed to PNC Stadium. They ripped the old stadium, MacArthur, down. But man, I remember going to MacArthur, man, and the kids could get as much Surge as they wanted for free, bro. And Surge, it was like a fucking caffeine motherfucking overdose. It was good though, man. I haven't seen Surge in so long. Green soda.
30 parents be like, turn off your lights. So I'd go lay in my bed and turn on Nick at night. Couldn't wait to grow up so I could move away, but soon to learn that the best times was back in the day. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid.
I couldn't wait to grow up so I could move away, but they realized that the best times were back in the day.
Anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But
you seen he had that motherfucking that gold Mew? That was those came in the Pokeballs from motherfucking McDonald's, bro. McDonald's had the Pokeballs in the motherfucking. I think it had them in the Happy Meal, or you had to buy them. I'm not sure. I remember they came from McDonald's though. or Burger King.
Some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid.
Man's wearing Reebok pumps, wearing a Carlton Banks shirt, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The shirt he had on before had a bunch of different cartoon characters on it, you know. His hat in the beginning was All That show All That from Nickelodeon. Come on, man. Everything about this is back in the day shit, 90s style shit. These were the type of burns you seen on the walls back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Dope, bro.
Back in the day, we loved to kick it at the park, but not at night. We was watching
Aaliyah, baby girl.
Are you afraid of the dark? Watching Goosebumps and we pretending not to be scared. Go into the basement, homie, it's a double dog dare. Gak is the new stuff that you got to get. Well, if you like it so much, why don't you marry it? I wasn't known as young.
That's the shit we used to say too. If you liked it so much, why don't you marry it? Yo, Gak was like, you know, you remember Silly Putty from way back in the day? We used to take the Silly Putty and just roll it out on newspaper, and the newspaper would transfer onto the Silly Putty. Yo, fucking Gak was like slime. It was like, there was this, well, Double Dare. He said double dog dare you go, because that was a thing too. Like if somebody double dog dared you, like you had to do it. Like he double dog dare you go to the basement. Right, but Double Dare was a show on Nickelodeon in this time period where, like, if you did something wrong, like you got slimed, bro. You got straight slimed.
First, I was the little dude Matt and had a little crew I ran with like the Rugrats. Even in school, we were watching our favorite shows like The Magic School Bus or Reading Rainbow. If I could, I swear I would hit.
Reading Rainbow. Remember, I had the dude from Star Trek in it, LeVar Burton. Oh man, how'd that theme song go? Reading Rainbow. I can't remember how the theme song goes, man. I only got that one part in my head, but man, I loved that show. Magic School Bus was dope too. Rugrats, Recess.
The instant replay so I could relive being a kid. Back in the day.
He had a Three Ninjas shirt on, man. Remember Three Ninjas? What were their names, man? What the fuck were their names? Cobra. Fuck, man. The little dude was my favorite, man. He was funny. And then the grandpa.
When I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Wish I was a kid again. Wish I was a kid again.
Blockbuster. Oh shit, blowing in the Nintendo tape. Yo.
Progression on me, progression on 3. 8,000 league. Shit, here we go. Right there. Look, 7 days a week.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness.
My psoriasis.
Alright, so that looked like a promo for something. There's a link for this. There's a link for this on iTunes. I'm gonna find him wherever he is and drop them links. You know how we do. That shit was solid as fuck. That shit was solid as fuck, man. That shit had me vibing, you know, taking me back, man, to a better day, man, to a simpler day. Man, much respect, homie. And he did it in such a way where it was like really rhythmic, really melodic, you know what I'm saying? The beat wasn't slappy and trappy, you know? It was a 90s style beat with a nice energy to it, nice vibes to it, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm fucking with this, man. Everything was on point on this, Jamie. Yo, go show that love. Links in the description. Links for me and the homies at LG2, our websites, my Insta, Twitter, Gmail, donations, merch, all that. Do that thing, family. You know how we do. Show that love. Let's get the word out. Yo, I know you enjoyed this shit. as much as I did. Especially if you came up in the 90s. That's a fact. Yo, family. Have a blessed night. One love. It's a wrap, yo.